Hey guys, what's going on? This is Don with Pie for Life Games, and I'm here with Zaid Slater as well, recording alongside me. And we are here with our fellow teammate Matthew Walp, who just got 4th place at the Detroit Regional, 364 players after 9 rounds. So how you feeling, Matt?
I feel like I had the best deck in the room. I think I could have changed a couple things, but overall, deck performed really well. Even when I drew bad, I could always play out.
And what deck was it that you played?
Brave Despia.
All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
So since I played the Brave cards, I played 2 Allure, 2 Tragedy, 1 Adlib, 1 Comedy, and 2 Albas. If I wasn't playing Brave, it would be obviously you'd play 3 of this. But overall, these all did what they needed to do. Never needed the third, and this came up a lot more than I thought it would. But it was really good, especially in the mirror. And for the Brave engine, I played 3 Water Enchantress and a Griffin. It's pretty standard. I see a lot of people playing 2 this, but they're crazy. They're the best card in the game.
3 or bust.
Yep. Then rest of the monsters are just all hand traps. So I played a lot more than standard, only because I felt I was confident in the mirror, but I was more worried about other combo decks. So I played 3 Ash, 2 Mourner, 2 Ogre, 2 Nibiru, honorary monster, 2 Imperm, 2 Veiler, and 2 Vel.
How did this hand trap ratio work out for you?
These ones were all insane. Every time I drew them, I felt they just felt like they did something. Now these 2, this card was worthless. I wouldn't play it again. Never came up. I think I did 1 person once, but it didn't do anything. I was already gonna win that game, even without this.
I've been feeling like that card feels kind of mid now because people it's bad in the mirror match, it's bad against Fluanderies, it's bad against the Tramp decks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad matchups for Nib across the board now.
This deck can plow through prank hits, but I wanted an extra kind of layer of protection.
Like a safety net almost for the matchup.
But I feel like this could have just been I could have made this a 3 of, this a 3 of, or this a 3 of, or even this. This card, this card was probably the best. It was insane. And this card was kind of average, but I feel like you have to play it with all this stuff going around just to trade. Because with that, it makes you have to have 2 hand traps if it was
Exactly.
And it works as a 6th, which is kind of nice.
That's true. Same thing as Mourner and Vel. These are really good 6 cards to draw. Brandon Red, Scythe, yeah.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
Yes. Spell cards. This is all pretty standard. 3 fusion, 3 opening, 2 Brandon Red for all the Despia spells. You could play the field spell, but I feel like you don't need it. Maybe if you're playing patchwork and stuff. Then 3 right, 1 Fateful, 1 Dracovac. Don't need a second one. Then for the rest of the spells, 3 Prosperity. This card's weird, but it was really good. I just wanted extra consistency because I'm playing a lot of cards. You just want to see your starters. Then 3 cross out, 2 talents, called by. I should have played 3 of this, and every time I had this card, this is probably the best card in my deck. Every time I had it, I felt like I just had such an edge, over whatever I was playing. Then Foolish. Side or extra?
Whatever you prefer.
I'll just do the extra. This is also pretty standard. 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Lubellions, 2 Albion, and then 2 Guardian Chimera. I never read the second one, so I could probably cut it, but these, I made 2 of these, a lot. like if this would get interrupted, like you have to have the second one. And this is just always nice to have in case like your board gets broken, I should say.
If you were to cut the Chimera, what would you consider in its place?
Crazy enough, probably a third of this. It came up a lot. It's like I would go through 2, like sending off like Mirror Jade, but I needed a third one to push for me. But it's probably still safer to play this in case it does come up, because you make one in the mirror like on your turn a lot. At least I've noticed. I could be wrong. I suck. And then rest of the fusions, 1 Masquerade, 1 Quertus, 1 Dragostapelia, and 1 Titaniclad. I made all these. Him, actually surprisingly more than him, only because I played 2 Thunder, and this like the grind game I was in, like this came up more than this. Like I couldn't make it turn 1. Like I'm not playing Patchwork, so yeah. They come up very randomly. This card was really good every time I summoned it, and this surprisingly was really good. I made it a couple times just to, like swing for game. Made it like I think the biggest I made it today was 4K.
Oh jeez.
And just smack someone with it.
It gains 100 for the level of the every monster sent, right?
Yeah, whatever you fuse with it.
Yeah, so it takes Albaz and another monster.
Yep. So I think I did Albaz and I have no idea.
It would have been Nibiru because
I think it was
level 11.
Yeah.
That's dirty.
That's the use of Nibiru. Then the last 3 cards, 1 Dark, 1 Verte, 1 Link Spider. I made these a lot, never made this. I always made this without Prosperity. This could also probably be cut, but it's really safe to have, just in case it does come up. And then the side deck. My side deck's a little wonky, because I didn't really test a whole lot, but I think overall it was alright, but it could change. So 3 Super Poly, this makes the mirror suck. Without this, if this card didn't exist, the mirror would be fine. But this card's a blowout. 3 draw for Mirror and Thunder. I was really terrified of Thunder. Like
That Droll put in work though. Drolled me twice.
All the people like when I was testing, like or just theorizing like the night before, like I was thinking about cutting this for Droplet, but like you need something to like blow out Thunder because that deck's just degenerate. I don't think the deck's very good, but you have to respect it, or else you just lose it. Triple Twin. 1 Banshee, 1 Zombie Road. It's also for Thunder. It also like goes against like Tri-Brigade. I played against the Tri-Brigade. Played against the Short Soul. Like I put this in and it was both like it was just blowout versus both of them.
You still had the twins in for Flounder too?
Yeah. This is just like Prank Kids, Thunder, because like in standby,
you hit trap.
You hit the trap and map. So, like hopefully you can just like play through Wind Statue. Mm-hmm. I mean it's a lot, but it's just how the matchup is. Like if they combo off, you have to have everything.
Yeah.
Then 1 Bell, 3rd Bell. I wanted this somewhere, but I don't want to go. Like my deck was 50 cards. Like I didn't want to go over 50. But I think this should be in my main. And then the last 3 cards, I thought I was gonna be kind of spicy, but 3D different dimension ground. Never sided.
What would you want to like put in its place? Would you try something like Summon Limit or any other floodgate?
It's kind of buns in this deck because like if you have to flip Summon Limit immediately, you can't fully resolve like the whole Brandon Red combo. But I was thinking Shared Ride. I just didn't know where mine were, and I don't want to like go through all my stuff because I'm lazy.
Yeah, so, Shared Ride seems really good too. Would you side in against every deck going first?
Almost everything. I can't think of a deck it's bad against, or I just have like some sort of value. Whereas like this is more for like the heavy combo decks, but I'm already playing so many hand traps. So maybe this should have been like Share Rag or just something else.
I think that also turns some of your hand traps off, right? Or is it just your opponent's grave?
That's a good question. Yeah, it turns like some of the hand traps off, but like I side out like a lot of like going first sometimes like I side Ogre, Baylor out. It just depends like what I'm playing against. But yeah, I never sided in. Unfortunate.
Alright. Any notable matchups from today that you want to discuss?
I played 3 Mirrors, 2 Thunder, Sword Soul, Noble Knight, Raid Raptor round 1. That was something. And I played a Tri-Brigade. Nothing crazy, I would say. Like 3 Mirrors was kind of surprising, but this is the new deck, so.
What's the sauce for the mirror? Like, if I'm playing this deck, how do I beat the mirror?
Don't play in the Super Poly turn 1.
How do you do that? What's your end board typically?
This is your end board.
Just the Jade with the red set?
Yep. It's like Super Poly's good in the mirror if you use it right. Like you don't want to just like normal something and it's like Super Poly right away. Because like you're not going to kill the mirror. You want to use it as like a tempo swing in a grind game. It's like it's a weird situation. You just have to play, and you'll see what I mean. Like you can't just like unless like your hands just like stones or like a top decking situation. Like you don't just eat Super Poly out.
All right. Any shout outs that you'd like to give?
Shout out to the cutie right there, Reginald. I love him. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Giuseppe. He's a swell guy. Play Dragons. Deck sucks. Shout out to Jade Slater. He's a cool guy. Played around 8.
8, yeah.
8, yeah. He played Thunder. He scared the bejeebus out of me. Big Papa Pump. You want to be one of his freaks?
Oh.
And rootin' tootin' this baby decided to sip.
All right. Well, congrats, Matt, again. Is your first top 8 too, correct?
Yeah, I suck. I'm no longer Bubble Boy.
Congrats again on your top 8. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe for future competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. And we'll see you guys in the next one.